What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Mikhail Rose, and welcome to Iconix Radio. I'm so excited and I'm so honored to have the beautiful, the amazing, the multi-talented, go get the bag and bring it back with no coins missing, the beautiful DeAnna Green, the queen. How are you feeling?
I am wonderful.
Y'all
am loving the energy. I am loving this energy.
Oh, baby, you brought it.
Yes.
You brought it. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start because I have so many questions, but I do want to start off by saying congratulations for all of the success that you've accomplished. Woman of many hats.
Yes.
And many bags.
Yes. That's it.
You're a mother of three. You're an executive producer. You're an actress. You're a real estate coach and mentor. I mean, and we're not even done. I mean, there's more things that we're going to find out about Miss Green.
Yes.
Miss DeAnna, how are you feeling today?
I'm blessed and highly favored, and I'm just, this is just so exciting. This is right in my wheelhouse. Look, you need me to come back a couple more times.
Oh, this is home,
I'm
sis.
here.
This is home. This is home for you. Man, I'm my mind. It's like your energy. I just can't wait to get into this because you deep. You're real deep.
Appreciate it.
Let's start off with what was it like for you growing up?
Ooh, so that's a loaded question.
Okay.
Actually, one of the things that'll be coming out next year is my book. So see, you knew exactly where to take this interview. And a big part of it is where I kind of started and where I am today. And what was that like? I'm biracial. So honestly, a big part of me trying to find my identity was a huge hurdle very early on, not necessarily fitting in with the whites, not necessarily fitting in with the blacks, and trying to find my voice in all of that. So come from a single mother. I'm the oldest of four, so I was a latchkey kid. So responsibility and running a household was taught to me at a very young age. So I'm just that girl that I believe in manifestation. I literally just said the other day, there is nothing I can't put out here in the universe that I know I will not get. Yeah, that's the energy and vibe I'm on all day. That's my frequency.
And you wear it very well.
Thank you.
And I literally felt it when I first came into the room. And not only that, even through your social media, you're so warming and welcoming. But you heavy though.
Yeah.
You very heavy. Let's talk about your transition through elementary, middle school, and high school, because I know that it's a story behind that. So what was it like for you? I know trying to find your way at an early age. Where did you find confidence? What age did you find confidence?
Ooh, to be very honest.
Yes.
Probably not until I was in my 30s.
Come on, speak facts.
Okay.
True.
So obviously we can go through that imposter syndrome where you think you know your voice, you think you know who you are, until you start realizing you're actually showing up with the image that everybody else has for you.
Ooh.
So that's why I say definitely, I don't think until I was really 30 that homegirl DeAnna that you got on the radio today knew who she was and actually had a voice and knew how to use that voice. But starting from, kindergarten to middle school to high school, I changed schools every year.
Wow.
So I think that's another part that plays into who I am. I can adapt in any type of situation because I never got an opportunity to get comfortable anywhere.
Right.
So every year it was a different school. Every year it was a different apartment that we stayed at. So that shaped, a big part of it. Then again, like I said, being biracial, being the oldest.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I didn't necessarily, when I look back, I don't necessarily felt like I didn't have a childhood because I was forced to be an adult much sooner and earlier
Right.
than we should be having kids
Right,
have to
right,
be in
right.
that position. But I also understood that my mother was a single mom, and I was her help. You know, we're
Right.
only 16 years apart, so she was a teenage mom when she had me. And so, you know, we had to, you know, put our big girl panties on and come to the table and do what we had to do.
Listen, I think what you're talking about right now is really important in the community, and I won't just say one particular community, but for young women that literally go through the ages of trying to find who they are, and now social media.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute!
Come on now.
Social media has this whole image for everybody to just kind of fit in, like. Find the image that you want to. We were just talking about the filters, and you was like, "Girl, they gonna have to catch me, honey."
Catch me, listen.
But I think even living a life where you're trying to find yourself is very important. And what you're saying is, you have no regrets.
No,
You have no regrets.
at all.
I see that.
No, I was a teenage mom as well.
Wow.
One of the biggest things that really shaped my life is I had always had this high regard for myself that I would say, I never want to be considered a statistic. Well, I made myself a statistic by being a teenage mom. And that has been the one and only time in my life that I have been a statistic, because I made it my life's mission to say that even though I had this child at a young age, that I'm going to change the whole viewpoint of how anybody will ever see me when I come into a room. And it certainly won't be any sense of failure, disappointment. None of that was going to be, those weren't going to be my labels.
Right.
So, you know, I pushed through. I worked 2-3 jobs. I went to school. And, you know, so that was a big part of trying to make sure that I also learned how to have my voice as well.
Right.
Because high school, being pregnant, that wasn't fun.
Oh.
That was not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so easy. And it was another box that made it so society could already put me in.
Right.
So not just being biracial. And now, and let me make sure I want all your listeners to know, I am a proud Black woman.
Period.
Okay? Period.
Yes.
Okay? Period. I show up Black. I act Black. I will cuss you out Black. Okay? I will do all of that Black. Okay? So I want to make sure everybody know that.
Queen, listen, when you deliver on
That's
go.
it.
Okay? I'm here for I love it. The embodiment of a woman and what we all carry is super powerful. And then you're also able to pour into younger women now, to the youth that are out there. It ain't over. Like, you have a successful, beautiful, beautiful woman here with a story that's about to knock y'all socks off. But not only that, you took the statistic and you're a survivor of that.
Right.
And then now we have Boss Chics of Houston
Yes.
taking over,
Yes.
making history. Real estate. You're a real estate coach and mentor.
Yep. So I'm a licensed Texas realtor. I'm actually getting ready to sit for my broker's exam in a couple of weeks. So I'll be transitioning to broker in charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the middlemen, like, well, okay, so who do we talk to?
Yeah.
Like,
and just so y'all also know, I have coined and I am the boss chick of real estate, period. The boss chick of real estate. That's it.
Stamp that.
That's it.
Real estate is a big, huge market. It's always going up and down. But if you gotta have the right person that knows the industry to get what you want. Why real estate?
I've always been in some form. So I have 25 plus years of experience in real estate.
Okay.
I started out in the property management industry. So started out as a leasing agent, went up to being a VP over several different properties. So real estate it's always been in my blood for many reasons. One is because it's one of the best ways to obviously get into investing and learning about it. And it's solid. Okay. Like, no matter, even when we had 2008, which is when the real estate bubble burst, there was still money to be made in real estate. There was still money to be opportunities for you to invest in the real estate. You just have to know the market and know which side of the coin you need to be on.
Okay.
So it was a natural transition from being in property management to then when I met my husband, he had a couple of rental properties. He'll tell you this story. I promise y'all I'm not talking about him. He swears up and down that was when it sealed the deal for him, because I basically came in and told him, you are not running this like a business. Okay, like stop putting your brother, your all these people into these properties that don't want to pay you on time consistently.
Come on now,
right?
Right.
So I was able to take that and now turn our own rental portfolio into actual passive income for us. And then we got here to Texas. I've been here now for 14 years. And we decided, okay, let's start looking into other avenues of real estate.
Okay.
So about 7 years ago, I went and got my license and started Night and Real Estate Group. That went on for about 4 years. Then 2 years later, or wait a minute, 2 years. Then in 2018, we added Night and Investment Properties. So that's where all of my coaching, that's where we buy and fix and flip properties. We do multifamily under their commercial and development. And then just in 2020, we added Night and Lending Group, which now we have access to 60 different banks. So we the money.
Wow.
Okay, so it's full brokerage firm. It's not just your typical, I got to find a realtor over here. I got to find a lender over here. And then if you want to figure out how to invest, now you got to go find somebody else. All my clients come to one location.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it.
You covering all ground.
Oh, I tell them, if I hear that y'all went anywhere that concerns real estate, y'all gonna have to deal with me.
You got to see me.
I done built these companies up so that you don't go nowhere.
Earrings coming out. Let me
That's
see you in the
it.
back. Listen. Oh my God, that is amazing.
Right.
I think a lot of times what people do is they get comfortable. They stop in one spot like, oh, I'm in real estate. I'm selling houses. I'm good. So where did that drive? Was it money driven? Was it you being able to help people? Because you also are a coach. So, and I think I'm gonna answer it. It's probably all of the above.
Right.
Can't forget the bag.
That's it. But one of the things when I got here to Texas, I was working in a corporate housing company. So I started transitioning to that part of it. And so what I noticed is when you are in Texas, we are so heavily dependent on two sectors, either oil and gas or medical. And so the company that I was with, when the oil and gas industry went up and down, so did the business. And so that light bulb went off and said, you cannot have all your eggs in one basket. Like that's literally what that saying is. And so I said, okay, so when we started Night and Real Estate Group, it was like, all right, well, what happens again if we have another real estate bubble? What if we go into a a situation that we're in now where inflation is at an all-time high, property values are through the roof, we have low inventory. What do we do if I'm only a realtor?
That's it. That's it.
What happens is those realtors end up finding themselves back at a 9-to-5. That was not going to be DeAnna Green.
Come on.
Okay.
I know that's right.
When I gave that corporate last company my 2 weeks notice.
That's it.
That's it, baby.
I know.
Y'all will never ever see me out here promoting another company.
I know
and
that's
saying that I'm coming to work for you. That just, to me, at that point in my life, it didn't exist anymore.
Right.
And so then it was like, okay, what else in real estate? How do we add what I consider called wraparound services?
Okay.
What else can we add to real estate? All right, well, we know how to invest. We went and we spent $70,000 and bought a We Buy Ugly Houses franchise. Why was that important? It was because I'm at a point in my life where I don't have 20 years to be trying to figure out how to fix and flip houses. Okay?
That's true.
Or how to buy multifamily, or how to learn how to develop. I needed to invest into our company, into us, and say, let's go to where they are doing it and they're doing it successfully.
That's right.
So we bought this franchise and we took what we learned and the resources that they gave us, and then we said, okay, 4 years later, boom, y'all can have this franchise back. We don't need it anymore. We good over here. So then after that, 2 years later, it was like, wait a minute, we're introducing our entire network to these large banks, and we're not getting anything returned to us. There was no ROI.
Wow.
There was a thank you, so happy. Okay, boom, now we take your client, and now we're going to assist them with everything financially they need.
And we don't need you no more.
Yeah, we don't need you no more. And then listen, you ain't even gonna give me some coins for the fact that I just
no referral fee, nothing.
That's when they hide behind it's against the law. I can't give you. Really? Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
so then my husband, we got to talking, and I was like, we're giving away this, and he went and researched, and it was like, okay, now let's figure out how can we be the lending company? Where do we find the partners and build the relationships with these third party banks? There's so much money out there, and so many people that actually want to lend and give you money, but most of the time, especially for our culture, we don't know how to go out and find that, research it, and have access to it.
That's true.
So it was like, all right, the last piece of our business that we need is the money side of it. Now that we have that, it doesn't matter what parts of real estate goes up and down. If one side of the business might not be doing as well this year, then we got two other legs that we can stand on that's going to sustain the lifestyle. Because I'm not going back to North Carolina, okay? I ain't going back to North Carolina.
She home, baby.
I ain't going back. I go to visit. I ain't staying more than about 3 days.
I know that's right.
That's it.
I know that's right. I think that what's happening right now, which I see even with the quarantine, the pandemic and everything happening, a lot of people started to lose their homes. A lot of people started to lose obviously their jobs. And you just seen everything go like this. And now gas prices, like, you may be paying your rent, but now you got to pay for the gas, and now the gas has turned to damn near a house note.
Oh, you thinking twice about whether or not you want to go ride down the street just to go hang out with somebody today.
You're like, do I really need to go to sleep tonight?
Exactly.
Or, I'm hungry. So what do you think for young people that are out there right now, that are like they're standing in an apartment? What should they be doing? If they got their first apartment, like they're excited, what should they do?
Well, the first thing I would say is don't actually get an apartment and you're using the maximum amount that you can afford. Okay, so if yes, you are comfortable with paying $1,500, maybe get you an apartment that's $1,000 and take that extra $500 and start building that cash up, because hopefully at some point you're not wanting to be in an apartment the rest of your life.
Facts.
So start
Okay,
now.
so stop right there, because I need y'all to know that we're talking to the boss chick of real estate. Okay, so I think this is very important that we really highlight what you're saying, because a lot of people say, oh man, I'm gonna get my place when I grow up and da 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 da. Right? And they get an apartment and they end up literally staying in apartments for the rest of their lives. So I really want you to really elaborate the severity of wasting money.
Right.
Please.
Well, and I think the biggest part of it is at the end of the day, it's not your home. Like you really homeless if you really think about it. Like you renting somebody else's property. And obviously if something happens, COVID happens, a pandemic, inflation, you lose your job, you ultimately could become homeless.
Facts.
They're not going to have any compassion for you to come and tell your sob story. At the end of the day, they got investors that's in that particular property that wants a return on their investment. So that's what I say. Even the people that come to me and they start out and they are young looking for an apartment, I did it with my kids. I said, look, you are not going to be in this apartment forever. My 30-year-old, he's getting ready to have his house. My goal is to make it so that at least my children's first house, I can assist them with getting it.
That's right. Wow.
So I gave him a timeline. You get from the time you leave this house, you at least by the time you hit 30, I want you in your own house. So here are the tools and the things you need to do. Like I said, the first thing I told him was, how much money are you telling me that you can pay in rent? Mama, I can pay $1,500. No, you can't. You can pay $1,000.
What? Just say, don't add my money in.
No, you can pay $1,000, and that extra $500, we gonna put this over in an account. And I'm not talking about an account that's only earning 0.5% or a couple of pennies every month.
Right.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
We talking about some mutual bonds, some IRAs, some things that can actually start building some cash value over that with that $500 every month. So you're going to pay that like a bill. If $1,000 go to a rent, that extra $500 that's going into that account, that is a bill of yours.
Let me get my pen and my pad. Yeah. Hold on, because
it doesn't get skipped. at all. And then for the longest time, my kids, I had them set up through my bank. So I'm a Chase private client. So they have access to all of the resources I have. But what I was really hoping for was I had access to their accounts, not to touch their money, but I wanted to be able to monitor and see.
Wow, you can do that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. So parents, this is very important for your kids, because everybody, like, shout out to all the graduates of 2022.
Right.
So I think this is important. And when this drops, I need y'all to be paying attention to what this queen is saying. This is very important. Put a plan in place.
Yeah, put a plan in place to make sure that, because now that money is over there, that's his house fund. So we're actually getting ready to buy the property for him. We actually just closed on it last Tuesday.
Congratulations!
We're going to do the renovations inside of it, and actually it's going to transition to his house. The middle son is also going to move in with him. So now he's going to learn how to start paying rent. Okay, so he gonna know that now it's not mom and daddy anymore. We are the landlord. Pay your portion of the rent, so I can teach him now. But what
I'm gonna stop interviewing and just let you just talk the rest of it and get these gems. Thank you. Keep going.
But the reason behind that is, in teaching him this, is now teaching him that he is actually also now investing into his brother's property. So as a so even though he's paying the rent to us and we're paying the mortgage, it is building equity. And the fact is, we will then turn the deed over to our oldest son, and we will wash, rinse, and repeat this cycle with him. When it's his time, he's 21, so he's still got about 9 years if it don't happen before then. And then right after him will come his sister. That's how we start building generational.
In this home, when they say this, when they say keep it in the family, this is what they're talking about. This is what you mean.
Yes.
Wow.
Get your kids' credit straight. You can start adding your kids onto your credit cards. Now, okay, parents, that means your credit got to be right. Okay.
Listen.
All right.
Period.
Like, don't add them if you over there, your credit jacked up.
Listen, 600 even.
Yeah. So each one of my kids, the time they hit 13, they got all added on to one or two of the credit cards that's on mine. I built their profile. When my oldest left out the house, he had a 780 credit score.
Wow.
My middle one, 21 right now, he's got a 767. So my daughter is already on track with that. My goal is, I'm going to at least give you the tools
yes,
and the foundation.
Yes.
When you leave my house.
Yes.
I'm not going to do to you what unfortunately was done to me by no fault of my mother or my father. They just didn't know better.
That's true.
No one had taught them.
That's true.
So my responsibility was, I'm going to teach my children differently. And I said to them, you mess this credit up, that's on you.
That's
okay. I did my part.
That's right.
I did my part.
Oh my God. Just within this I have learned so much. And y'all can't have no more. Cause June the 4th is coming.
That's it.
It's 12 tickets left.
That's it.
And the Boss Chick Conference is coming to Houston at the Royal Sonesta. You just literally got a snippet of what's to come.
That's it.
Girl, listen.
Yeah, you got to follow me. You got to reach out to me. You need some coaching. You need some guidance. You need to build your investment portfolio. You want to buy or sell a house. You need some money. I'm your girl. I'm Boss Chick of real estate, honey. Come on now. You know?
Wait a minute. Now, not only are you the boss chick of real estate, you are also an executive producer. You have some reality shows that you're working on, and this is happening right now while she's doing all this other stuff. Let's talk about that.
Right. So I am an investor in a platform that's called ISM, which stands for Independent Stock Market. From that, the founder that put it all together, he found a niche where, if you think about a show like Shark Tank, right, where business owners come on, they pitch to these 4 sharks, but the issue is with it was, only the sharks can invest into those particular businesses.
Okay.
The everyday people like you and I that obviously create the ratings and make the show what it is, we sit here and we're looking and we're like, oh my God, that's such a great product or such a great service. I would love to be able to be a part of that. I believe in it. Well, this particular founder took that concept and he's now made it so that the independent stock market actually allows non-accredited investors. So for your audience, there's 2 types of investors. You have your accredited And that all comes down to you have to be worth a certain amount of money.
Okay.
So whether that is how much you make annually, and for single person it's like over $250,000, but you also have to have over $1 million in assets to be considered. A married couple, y'all's combined can be $500,000, and then you still at that $1 million asset.
Gotcha.
So most Americans they're not at that level. So what happens is it makes it so you can't invest into businesses or services that you use on a daily basis because you're not accredited. So he closed that gap. And now non-accredited investors can now invest into this entire platform. You can invest as little as $10 into it. Wow. So, but to get his message out, he said, okay, everybody in America, we all love some type of reality show. But what he really found was most of us actually love a competition show. That's why all of the singing shows do well.
Yes.
That's why any of those shows that there's something competitive involved. So then he created the actual show, America's Real Deal, which is what we were filming in Utah last week.
Okay.
So in that segment, the business owners can be male or female combined. It wasn't gender based. And so we had 16 companies that were pitching that are part of that particular season. And so what happens is, as you sitting at home with your husband, y'all are watching the show, and all of a sudden a company comes on and you like the product, the service, or you just like the person's vibe. There's 3 different ways that you can assist them. One is you can invest into their company because there's an app. So you actually get to see and follow this company's journey. They build them on here. These companies go through SEC compliance. So if you go and pull this company up, they're going to land on SEC's website. Wow. So then you can say, okay, I see they're raising $25,000 to do X, Y, and Z to take their company to the next level. You could invest $10. Your investment goes into a trust, and you actually get stock into that company. So that's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is if they sell some type of service or product that you like, I love earrings. Oh, them earrings were cute. You can go straight to the app and order their product. It will be shipped to you. Now you've supported that business a second way. The third way is because it's a competition show, you get to vote for them straight from the app. And so the winner of the show gets $100,000 that is injected into their business. So the second piece of it that I'm involved in is the female founders. And that's what I'm really passionate about because it's all female companies. So to your viewers, I need some female founders. Okay. So if you're looking for investors to help you take your business to the next level, you're going to get mentorship from multi-million, billion-dollar owners. You're going to get a whole platform that's built for you. You're going to be on a TV show, and you're going to be able to raise the money, get your product or service out there. You're going to get a national and international exposure that 99% of small business owners will never, ever, ever be able to get. So I'm super excited. I really, really like, because it's something that's needed for, especially.
DeAnna, let's have a quiet moment. Let it soak in.
Okay.
Let this soak in.
Yeah.
As small businesses, as business owners, entrepreneurs, creators, this is it. This is an entrepreneur's dream.
Yes.
Oh my God. Because you're getting investors globally.
Yes.
From everywhere.
Yes.
And you ain't got to know them.
No, that's it. All you do is show up, and long as you can, speak and your product, you passionate about it, and you can come through. And then if you win America's heart, you get $100,000 invested into your
company.
Yep. And it's a process where this isn't just a one-time thing. When you sign on with this platform, you are there for the lifetime as long as you want to continue. So their ultimate goal is to take this small business and eventually take them public. And if you know anything about being able to become a public company, that means you is raking in millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That's right. That's right.
Because everybody can't be public.
That's right.
Okay.
Listen, so we're going to get all of the contact information from you. We have to, obviously. You woke up this morning and what did you do? Because now I just, what you wake up and do in the morning?
So there's two main things that I do. The first thing, as soon as I open my eyes, is I give, God's grace and glory to him for allowing me to see another day. One of the main things in that prayer is, thank you for the ability to have full use of my mind, body, and soul. Wow. Because there's so many people out here that you might only have one of those three. And I want them all every day. Okay. And then the second thing is I have an amazing group of women that are part of the Boss Chics of Houston platform. And so one of them, shout out to Miss Tawana Wilson. She is our prayer warrior. So she makes sure that we get a message and a prayer every morning. Wow. So that is the second thing. Before I even read emails, text messages, I need that part already in my spirit so I can be covered as I go about getting these bags.
Getting these, not the bags. Wow. Girl, you have touched me in so many ways. I am inspired by you. I don't even know if I'm interviewing no more. If I just want to, am I in class? Listen. But one of the most important things right now that's happening is June the 4th.
That's it.
The Boss Chics Conference, first annual conference, is coming to Houston. Breaking history.
That's it.
Bringing in Vivica A. Fox.
Yes.
AKA Frankie. I love you. I just want you to know. I said I wasn't going to embarrass you. I'm sorry, but I love you, Vivica. Okay. Now, keynote speakers are going to be there.
Yes.
What people just heard you do within like 10 to 15 minutes is only 8 of what's going to be happening.
Right.
We're dropping gems. Let's talk about this conference and how did it happen?
So Nicole actually called me up one day and said, girl, I had a dream last night. And I said, what? I was trying to brace myself for what was this dream about. And she said, I don't know what it was or what was going on or what the theme was, but I was going to walk out on the stage to some type of song she had told me about. And she said, and I just see us having this conference and bringing all types of gems and information to the masses. And as soon as she said it, I said, let's do it. She said, you serious? I said, let's do it. Wow. The message needs to be out there. But the key thing that I wanted to make sure that we shied away from is I didn't want it to be an empowerment conference.
Okay.
I do feel that in this day and age, and if nothing else that COVID showed us, everybody now is trying to really figure out how to create that generational wealth, how to now take that business idea, because COVID set us down for 2 years.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So if you didn't figure out how to be productive, and you had to be home, and you had to deal with your loved ones that at one time or another you could go out for 8-9 hours a day and escape them.
Literally.
COVID made us sit down and really, really reevaluate our lives entirely. And so with that, I said, don't nobody want empowerment anymore. What we need is the blueprint. We need to be able to teach these people how to take that idea, how to find your investors, how to find your distribution companies, how to now, once you have the bag, you need to figure out how to keep it.
Wow,
right? So now we're talking investing. So now let's figure out who do we need to bring on that can also take investing to another level. And real estate is definitely that arm, but there's so many facets to real estate.
Okay.
So you got to know and make sure you have the right people that can also, because not everybody wants to do fix and flips. Not everybody wants to buy. I don't want to be a landlord with single family homes. I think that's just, for me, that's just too much.
Right.
But I want to be an investor in multifamily properties, because that's a whole different type of wheelhouse, and you've got way more inventory than just having single family homes. So you have to also understand what type of investor do you want to be?
Okay.
You might only want to be an investor where you help a development company put together a master plan community. You get in, you get out of it. So there's different ways that you can do that. So when we started talking about it, it was like, okay, what are the main things that most people want when it comes to how to take that business? Right. And even if you're currently in business, we're going to be speaking on most people work in their business, and they don't let their business work for them. Okay, so there's that's a major shift, and it's a shift because it has to start mentally.
Right.
That's a mindset shift, right? So then after that part of it, it was like, okay, now that you got this business going, how do you scale this business? most businesses fail in the first 2 years, contrary to what people think that is financially. It's not. It's because they bring on way too many services. They try to be the jack of all trades and the master of none, right?
Facts.
So I teach my entrepreneurs, you may have a great idea and you want to add all of these services. Let the people be waiting for something to come down the line. If you're trying to do 5 different parts of your business, none of them are going to be successful. Master 1 or 2. Okay. So it was, and I knew this because it's the model that I did. We started Night in Real Estate Group. Let me first go out here and understand how to do real estate transactions.
But then also you started working at an apartment complex, leasing apartments.
So I knew that the inner workings.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing, and I really want to touch on that real quick because I think I see and I remember a lot of beautiful, young, inspired, they were like leasing out apartments or property managers. And they was always looking tired. They just looked tired, like they was ready to quit. Girl, I'm just tired of the manager. I'm tired of the corporate coming in. And I used to be like, this can't be it. So now to sit and talk to somebody who's made a full living, the hell of a story out of just the beginning of where it starts. Y'all better be in the building. 12 tickets left June the 4th.
That's it. Come on now. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. And then from taking them from scaling, the last piece of it that especially our culture is we don't know how to position our company in the event that we want to sell it. Okay. What's the purpose? Because think about it. I have 3 kids right now that have absolutely no desire to take over the business.
Okay.
I've been trying to push it on them. I've been trying to do everything.
They don't want it.
This new generation, they have a different mindset when it comes to how they want to make money. And I'll give credit to them in the sense they have it way more figured out than our generation as far as understanding work-life balance. The reason a lot of our people in our older generation consider the younger generation to be quote unquote lazy. They're not. What they've said is, I'm not going to go work at a job for 9 hours a day and I still don't have 9 hours to enjoy whatever freedom or whatever life or hang out with my friends or play Fortnite or whatever it is you want to do.
That's true.
So when I realized that looking through my own kids, because I was trying to force my work ethic on them. Okay. I was like, look, at your age, I was working 2-3 jobs. I don't understand why you tired after one, right? And my kids was over here like, but mama, I want to be able to hang out with my friends. I want to be able to do this. And when my mind shifted, and I said, wait a minute, I'm also trying to teach them a better way to work and to live.
That's
but
true.
I'm over here really trying to force on them how hard I have been working and still working all these years, right? So now the last part of the conference is to now be able to teach you how can you put this company in a position to sell it. Because maybe if you started this company out in your 20s and now it's you 40 and you say, man, I'm tired of doing this, but I want to go do something else. Right. But you handcuffed to this company because you don't even know the valuation on your company. You have never paid a business attorney to be able to look at your business and say, you know what, you're actually valued at $5 million.
Wow. And
so
people don't do that.
No, they do not.
They don't do that. And then they leave her and they may, expire early, not even knowing what their value really was.
And they leave behind a mess for family, friends, or whoever is supposed to now take over this particular business. They leave a mess behind because there was no succession plan in place.
That's why this is so important. June the 4th is very important. Right. You guys, 12 tickets are left. June the 4th, be there or be square. Vivica A. Fox, the Nicole Wilson, the DeAnna Green. So many of another young gentleman is going to be there. Chris Senegal, Mr. Buy the Block. Listen. Yes. So there's going to be so much knowledge that you do not want to miss. Now, I'm going to ask you a quick question because it's only but right that I ask you this question. Now, you're bridging the gap, but there's also a saying that goes around, pretty popular, bad bitch. Okay. So you have the CEO of Boss Chics. Then you got bad bitches out here. Is there a difference, or what's the difference between a boss chick and a bad bitch?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a difference as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
So I think most of the time with the bad bitch, all of that starts with attitude. Right.
Oh.
So you want to be known as a chick that nobody gonna mess with me. Don't come at me. You come at me this kind of way. This is the type of person that's going to show up. Okay. Or it's the one that, might want to necessarily be in the club. And listen, no judgment there. Because I still love to go to the club, and I'm 47 years old.
Turn it up twice.
So I will get on a dance floor and dance by myself.
40 who? Where?
Okay.
When? Okay, come on.
But I think that is all the mindset.
That's true.
I also think sometimes that it comes with a different type of clique and a different type of group of women that are more so about the trends, what's going on culturally, how do we kind of, trick on these dudes out here and get what we need.
Right.
And again, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But the difference between a boss chick is exactly that. It means she is bossing up in every aspect of her life. So I'm a boss at home. I'm a boss with family. I'm a boss with friends. I'm a boss with my spirituality. I'm a boss financially. I'm a boss in business. I'm a boss in every aspect of my life. That's a boss chick.
And class is dismissed. Okay, so thank you so much for that. I think that was very powerful, and it needed to be said.
Thank you.
Now, where can people find you and follow you, the beautiful DeAnna Green?
So I've got 2 pages on Instagram, the.DeAnna, DeAnna. .green, just like the color or money. And then Boss Chics of Houston. Boss Chics is CHICS of Houston. And those are also the same pages on Facebook as well.
Woo! Well, Queen, is there anything you would like to tell the listeners that are out there, young, old, in between? You just got gems for generations. Any words of inspiration for them right now?
Yeah, so definitely for my women, one of the sayings that I stand on is individually you are a storm, but collectively we are a tsunami. Ooh. And with that, that means us women have to come together way more than we typically do. And we need to figure out how to feed each other and not always trying to eat off of each other's plate.
Wow.
So that's important. For my younger generation, a big part of it is still make sure that you make time for learning. Educating yourself, and also, getting you a coach or mentor. Yes. Even though I am a coach and a mentor, I believe in it. I have my own coach and mentor. Okay. Wow. So in order for me to go to the next level, you have got to have people in your corner. And then I think the third thing, which will be part of the conference, is your network equals your net worth. So you need to make sure that whoever is at your table, and it's your table, you need to make sure that they are bringing some value and they can help take your net worth to the next level.
June the 4th, guys, be there or be square. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, before we get ready to get up out of here, we like to play games.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
We're going to play a little game. Miss DeAnna. Miss Green is what they call her. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay. And you're going to give me what you would feel is the right answer.
Okay. Oh, she got cards and everything.
I got cards.
Sis is prepared.
Listen, I we try to be ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh, Lord. I think a little interview over. I already see what these questions about to be like.
It's about to get lit up in here. Okay. Which of these hairstyles was popular in the 90s? A mohawk, B, quiff, or C, curtain hair?
Curtain hair?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Come on, boss chick.
What's number 2?
I don't know. What is a quiff?
Number 2. What's a quiff?
I don't know. We gotta Google that. We gotta see.
We gotta Google that. Listen, look, y'all, how she over here asking me questions and giving me answers, and she don't even know what they are.
I don't know, but the quiff do sound a little ugly, but we gonna see. Let's get it. Okay. What year was Forrest Gump released?
Oof.
A, 1995, B, 1994, or C, 1998?
Where was I at when I watched Forrest Gump? Because I did. I did. I'm going to go with 1995.
1994.
Oh,
But you was close. You was right there. You was right there. You was right there.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Who plays the Fresh Prince? A, Shawn Wayans. B, Willie Smith. C, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Would that be the gentleman that just smacked somebody on? Okay, Will Smith.
Keep my wife's name.
I'll choke you.
We love you, Will. All right. We love you too, Chris.
And look, I'll be in a movie with you.
Look at book me. Listen.
That's it.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Which 90s movie has the best-selling soundtrack? A, The Bodyguard. B, The Titanic. Or C, Robin Hood.
The Bodyguard.
Period. Come on, Whitney.
Period. Come on, Whitney.
Dubs up. Let's get it.
Yes.
I love it. The Queen. I love
Yes.
R.P. Whitney Houston.
Yes.
All right, last one. In the 90s, what was originally used to access the internet? A, Google. B, American Online. Or C, AT&T.
AOL?
Period. Come on.
Period.
The boss chick is here. She don't lose, okay? I just need y'all to know. Get it. One time. North Carolina, stand up. Houston, stand up. She belongs to us.
Yes.
The CEO of Boss Chicks of Houston. Thank you. The CEO, the boss chick of real estate, period. Thank you so much for gracing us. June the 4th. Tell them again.
June 4th, Royal Sonesta from 11 to 4 p.m. Amazing speakers, vendors, sponsors. Just that, the agenda alone will be worth the ticket price. I promise you that.
That's right. VIP is already sold out for the night before. Vivica A. Fox is going to be there. The Nicole Wilson is going to be there. The one and only, the beautiful DeAnna. Y'all, listen, gems will be dropped. Get your tickets now. Eventbrite. Iconix Radio will also be doing some coverage. 95.3 Jams will be there. The list goes on, guys. Be there or be square. It's your girl, Mikhail Rose, the beautiful
DeAnna Green.
All right, guys. We are Izzy. Out.
Hey, peace.